we gonna talk about the EA stuff or later, like next week or
The
sorry, the Summerfest.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that next week.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we'll talk about Xbox kind of that.
there's a lot of no dates on there, so it's like it's not even.
I like they just have a thing where like EA probably not going to do anything.
EA, I don't know. It's like a bunch of we don't know.
It's so bizarre.
Nintendo doesn't even have anything there, but that's fine.
They'll do something.
You know what's coming out soon?
Strikers.
The Strikers, yeah. I saw a pre.
We should all do a let's play thing where we play each other in Strikers via the Nintendo's online.
We can all be on the same team.
We could all be on the same team.
Right.
That's the whole.
Is it up to 8 players?
Point. It's up to 25 players.
Yeah, on one team?
No, one team is 5.
You have like a guild. I think it's 4. I don't know. But you have like a guild, like a clan or whatever, and then you play matches with clan members on your own team.
That sounds fun.
Sounds really
fun. Yeah, I'm definitely getting it. That game is legendary.
I love those games. I've never really played the Wii one that much, but the GameCube one was freaking incredible.
GameCube had the best sport ones.
Yeah,
Strikers, and then the baseball one was fun.
The golf one was that a Toadstool Tour. That's like the main golf one. The golf one. Yeah.
GameCube definitely had like a lot of the best of those. Like Double Dash was
sports
great.
Games.
GameCube had a lot of the best Nintendo games. Just it was on a really weird console. Remember it had a handle, James? It had a handle.
Yeah, it was great.
They've never made a baseball game. I looked it up. There's tons of Nintendo makes plenty of baseball games in Japan, but only one has come here.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like GameCube Mario Baseball. Yeah. But there's other ones. They just don't port them over. They don't think we like baseball.
They still making Mario Baseball games?
Supposedly, yeah.
They don't think we like baseball. We invented baseball.
Goddamn right we did.
They make them, but they don't port them. I don't know. They're really into baseball.
What's that? There's a Japanese character. He's like a blue rabbit.
Sonic?
Doraemon?
I think so.
Yeah. The rabbit dude?
Yeah, yep, it's Doraemon. He has a whole Nintendo collabs with those people to make baseball games.
Wow.
That just don't come over here.
Super big character in Japan.
I know.
Why don't we get cool baseball games?
I don't know.
Well, I think our baseball market has really been dominated by MLB. And now we get now we have a bunch of different baseball games now.
That's true. The city of Tokyo has more baseball teams than the MLB does, so
that's crazy.
Baseball's huge over there. Thank you, imperialism.
I would love to root for my fucking neighbor.
What? Thank you, imperialism.
Oh dear.
Hello and welcome to the Sidescape Gaming Podcast, episode 97. I'm your host Jake Burke, and joined as always by James St. Charles and Ted Libby.
Hey.
Ted, you were gone.
Imperialism.
Sometimes Ted Libby.
Sometimes Ted Libby. Yeah, he's been gone a little bit. He's going to be gone next week, too. It's just you and me again, James.
Yeah.
Unless Ted's calling
in. What can I say? I'm a real man about town. Living out of my bag, as they say.
That's what they do.
Couch surfing.
Little knapsack on a stick.
Because I don't have anywhere to live. Guys, I need your help.
But enough about Ted's living problems.
I need money.
God damn it, Ted. This is the Sidescape Gaming Podcast, episode 97, where every Monday morning a new episode goes live on youtube.com. And if Ted figures out the RSS feed on Spotify and SoundCloud, once we sit down in Discord over 500 miles, talk about a gaming-related topic and what games we are playing. Now, I want to know, Ted, you've been gone for some weeks. What have you been playing? What game?
All right. So I was traveling for part of this. I went to Texas. And so I took my Switch and was like, what game should I take with me on my Switch? And there were so many suggestions from so many people.
Mancala
was suggested. Yeah, that was a real.
It's James's favorite game.
People were like, "Oh, co-op game. Set it down on the plane. Play with other people." I played Skyrim. I've been playing Skyrim for like 3 weeks on my Switch.
No, Ted. Congratulations. That's a great choice.
I've played it before.
Who cares?
This is not new to me.
It's such a great game.
It is a good game.
Does it feel really dated now?
It does, and which leads me to my topic. Y'all talk about Starship, Bethesda Starship.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Starship,
getting delayed.
Starship, right?
Starfield, yeah.
Yeah, Starship. They're gonna rename it to Bethesda Airplane. It's gonna be great.
Starship 2077.
2077.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Delayed.
No. Okay, so Bethesda RPGs of Yonder.
Yes.
They've been kind of the same. if you really think about it,
Oblivion, Morrowind, yeah.
well, like Morrowind was its weird thing. Oblivion kind of started it, and then Fallout 3, Skyrim, and Fallout 4 are all kind of sort of.
Skyrim had a great leveling system.
Yeah,
Fallout 4 is definitely
Fallout and Skyrim have their separate leveling systems, but like lock picking is the same.
Yeah,
for all three of those games. All three
It's like a patented system.
All three of them have a pickpocket skill where you just crouch. Hell, the stealth is just crouching, and then there's a thing in the middle that says if you're detected or not.
Right.
That's used everywhere.
Yeah,
that exact thing is used so many times in other games.
Their last three heavy hitters have all been kind of sort of the same, like core. Maybe not core, but like they have very similar elements. Do you guys think Bethesda Starfield is going to be different? Because I was thinking about, I was like, I don't really want to play like Skyrim in space, or maybe I do. I don't know.
I've been playing No Man's Sky, and I'm going to talk about it later. But I think if it's just kind of Skyrim in space, but it's really vast and open,
yeah,
I think that's okay, and I think it works. And the combat's better than whatever it's been. Like if there's more interesting combat or like ship combat, I think it's gonna be an amazing game.
Yeah, I don't know. I suddenly got this weird feeling that they're kind of just going to make Fallout 4 in space, which I don't want.
They did that already. Outer Worlds.
Yeah, Outer Worlds has been done. Yeah,
that's true. Was that?
That wasn't Bethesda. It wasn't Bethesda. It was Obsidian.
It wasn't Bethesda, but it was basically
Xbox. It was Xbox too.
Yeah, but we can hopefully believe that this has been in development long before Xbox came around.
Yeah, but I think Xbox is tuning it. I think they delayed it on the. Ooh, you guys got bugged.
Yeah, they delayed it because for what I heard for rumors is that there was just a bunch of half-baked ideas and they want it fully fleshed out, and that's fine. Like, yeah, you can spend time on like making sure everything happens so you don't get a No Man's Sky. But to be honest, I feel like where No Man's Sky is, when I know you're gonna talk about it later, but is exactly where Fallout 76 is in terms of like the game is good now.
Yeah.
So that's why.
I'm playing a very different No Man's Sky.
You don't want to like release the shit. Everyone sees it shit. It doesn't, and then drops off, and then you eventually like build up and make good. You'll never get back those people who like initially played it.
Yeah,
except recently for No Man's Sky.
No Man's
They've been doing an insane job getting me back.
I haven't played it since it failed to meet my expectations.
Ted, what would Starfield have to do to be like an amazing game? Like what is it to?
What do you expect?
What do you expect?
I have really enjoyed my time with Skyrim. I'm totally okay with going back to older games, and even though it's janky and it's weird, and I'm just dicking around at this point. I'm not really like, I don't have a concise build or anything like that. But if it's gonna be that same, like we'll do a cool cinematic tutorial, and then after that, it's basically just, are you going to be a stealth character and use that same like crouch, not crouch, pickpocket by pressing A and lock pick by doing the same thing? Or are you just going to engage and then there's some like speech and bartering and some, if it's kind of that same formula, like that's not really what I want. I want them to try something new. Let's see some whole new RPG concepts. Let's rewrite the book a little bit.
Yes, yeah. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty similar to what Skyrim was, but it's got better gun combat.
It didn't even cross my mind that it was going to be kind of the same as Fallout 4 or Skyrim.
Huh.
Until I was playing Skyrim, and I was like, this is kind of like Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to think.
They have a lot of pressure on them right now, I feel. Because in terms of Bethesda games, they've really not done well. Just I'm talking like specifically Bethesda team, not like id, not like
no. I know you're saying Bethesda. Was it GameWorks or Game Software?
Yeah, but Bethesda game they have not worked recently. Like they've just been bad. They've been subpar. Mm-hmm. So to come off from Skyrim,
are you talking about Fallout 76?
I'm talking about Fallout 4, Fallout 76. 4 too, I think. Yeah, their Fallout 4 was definitely not a major success. I'd say. It was decent, but it wasn't like the best thing ever. It's no Fallout 3.
I
think history is remembering it not as fondly as launch date.
But I also think Fallout 4, the minute it came out, people compared it to New Vegas and was like, yeah, but like Obsidian did a really good job with the other one.
You can't compare it to Vegas, yeah. But
I think they did. That's not good for them to be overshadowed.
No, right. Because they're like, oh, New Vegas had this, and it's like, ooh. So yeah, they need something to like really solidify themselves as like, yes, we made Skyrim. Like, look, we're gonna show you, like, reinvent the RPG like we usually do. Even though with Skyrim they didn't really reinvent it, but they just
don't.
showed you stuff that like they had, and then like put it on the
Game
grand
Works'
screen.
two biggest franchises. They bought from other people and then made 3s and 4s of them and
Right.
5s.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like they actually got to do something.
Yeah, they did
But I
not.
feel like with Microsoft they can, and I think that's shown recently
Mhm.
with this push, because I guarantee they would have released this game and not pushed it if they were still independent.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
They would have went up this summer and then be like, hey, we got Starfield coming out. You guys are gonna enjoy it, and it'd be completely trash.
This is also super important for Microsoft because this is the
Right.
first Bethesda game, like really.
That's
that
why
has
I'm
come
so
out under
hopeful.
them. Yeah.
Because it's like, and I'm gonna say it every single week. It's like Sony with God of War. Like they'll look at it and they won't bat an eye to like, nope, you're gonna push it. Nope, we're gonna like wait. It's
Yeah.
not gonna release because they want a quality product, and that's what Microsoft wants.
I agree. Yeah, Starfield has to be great for them. I think that's like a big problem if it's not.
Or else they wasted a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Because guys, if Starfield got delayed, Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming out for fucking 7 years.
And that's
I think
fine.
that gets backpedaled for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if I want another Elder Scrolls game. And not because I'm just playing Skyrim, just because, again, it's like that more of the same. Like, make some... I want to see some real innovations in your next big step.
Mhm.
I also... This is semi-related. They also... This has been out for months, but they delayed Stalker. We talked about this.
Yeah.
They're working on it again though.
Mhm.
They delayed it because they stopped production.
Did you
They
guys know
resumed
that
production.
that was going to be an NFT game? They wanted to put non-fungible tokens in Stalker,
No.
and they wanted to start kind of like a marketplace for that. I had no idea. I read this in an article. It could just be fake.
Never
Tell me in
heard-
the comments if it's fake.
Definitely did not hear about that.
Yeah, they wanted to put NFTs in that game, like when it was kind of at its height, which I thought was
Weird.
really funny. I know.
I think a
like
lot
right
of
now, huh?
the NFT stuff is dying out right now. I think if you're doubling down in NFTs, you're screwed because they're worthless.
Yeah, they're a weird concept.
But anyway, that's
Like Star
just my
Citizen.
Microsoft Bethesda news.
No,
I'm playing Skyrim. I'm probably gonna keep playing it. It's a great little game.
great game. I love it. Any new? So you're playing on Switch. How is it running on Switch?
It's, actually, it's not the best. It's not bad by any stretch, but like it's an older game. But you kind of in that world mappy area, it kind of like
Stutters.
flashes in a little bit of a glitchy way where you're like, I don't think this is supposed to do that.
Huh.
But other than like little odds and ends, it's working totally fine.
You get the Link costume?
No, did not.
You can get that in the game. Get the Master Sword, okay?
I don't need to.
No,
I'm
you
not.
should. You should.
I don't use weapons.
Does it run better on your Switch
I
than
don't
on your
use
Samsung
weapons.
fridge?
I'm being a mage and I'm just like healing my companion, and they're doing all the fighting, and I'm just heal and rally and encourage. I'm just a support character. It's great.
Sorry, James. What did you say?
Say, does it run better on your Switch than your Samsung fridge?
I'll
That's
have
a
to
good
give that a try.
These are the real questions.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
wanted.
The hard-hitting journalism of Side Escape. James, what have you been playing?
Yeah, I talked about it last week. I don't know if Ted watched last week.
Did you watch the show, Ted?
I did.
Okay.
What did I play, Ted?
Fuck. Did you play? It's Trek to Yomi, or is that?
No. That was 2 weeks ago.
2
3 weeks ago. Wow.
Well,
Did you play? I remember I was like, I rolled my eyes. I remember
Yeah,
that.
that's how I felt too.
You'll probably roll your eyes again if
James?
I say it. All right. I've been playing Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
With Guigi.
Yeah, with Luigi, and I'm close to the end.
Okay.
I have like 2 floors left, I think, unless they do something.
Something
And
crazy.
it has been an insane game. I've never played Luigi's Mansion. I started out with 3 because they said you could, without having never played one.
You didn't want to go back and play 2 for the 3DS?
Nah.
Have to buy a whole new console just to play it?
Oh hell no!
You
You ever play Luigi's Mansion?
I played the first one at friends' houses back.
I
in
would
the
see
day.
it at friends' houses, but yeah.
I had the guidebook for a period of time.
Wow.
Not sure
What?
how I got that. Yeah, you remember those Prima guides? I had the
Yeah,
guidebook.
yeah. Okay.
I think
Anyways.
I borrowed it from a friend Anyway.
Anyways, we don't need to know the story about the guy who did.
Anyways, let's move along.
Speaking of graphical performance, how is it working for you? Because I heard it gets kind of chunky.
There's definitely times when there's a lot of stuff on screen where it may like slow down, but in terms of like how it looks and how it behaves, it's pretty good. And the puzzle system along with the boss fights are amazing. I'd say because this game doesn't hold your hand, which is surprising for this like kind of like aim towards kids. It doesn't hold your hand. It puts you in a boss fight. It's like, all right, figure out the mechanics on the fly. Go. If you don't figure it out, you're gonna die and game over.
Huh.
So it's like, oh shit, okay, I guess I'll do this. And it's like you just think about the tools you have and then how it can apply to the area and to the boss. And the same thing with like trying to figure out secrets. Like, what do I need to do? Do I need to like use my Luigi to go in this pipe? Do I need to shoot this plunger to pull it? And it's just great, like getting into a room and like thinking about all the different like puzzles and way to get about it. I'm having such a blast with it. It's
Question.
really fun.
We talked a little about like the currency and what you could buy and acquire. Has that changed?
Yeah. No.
No. Okay. Still.
You can only buy lives and detectors for gems or bugos. And gems are like your completionist things. Like once you get all the gems, ooh, I completed the floor. Whippy.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for you after
It
that.
doesn't do anything.
Yep.
Or wait, no.
There's no achievements.
No, you don't, because it's the Switch.
Yep.
You get a gallery that shows all your gems, and it's like, ooh, look at I got all the gems on the basement.
Good job.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm not trying. You know.
Yeah.
If I run up to a gem, it's cool. But I'm more about fighting the ghosts, collecting those ghosts.
And boss fights are so cool. You said they were pretty.
Yeah, they've. Oh my god, Jake! There's been this one level. Every level's like I explained like last time. Where it's like the plant, and then there was a.
You explained like the floors were like different. Like it'd be like a library or like a movie theater.
Yeah, movie theater. Yeah. So the movie theater one that I was talking about was actually like more like an orchestra kind of like theater, like a play theater. I actually got to the movie theater floor, and it is incredible. Basically, I'm gonna spoil a little bit, but basically the ghost is like a director ghost, and he like speaks in like this like Italian like kind of like you could tell it's the Mario voice actor, that guy doing the voice, and he's just like pretty much it. Like he just like speaks like this, and he's like sad because he lost his like little like big red code to direct a movie. So you go find it, and then he puts you in a movie, and it's like Godzilla, and you fight a Godzilla ghost. It is incredible, and it's like it has camera actions like shots of you fighting. And it plays like a Godzilla game, and I was like, this is the best game ever. It is incredible, like how fun that boss fight was, and how he was directing it. And then you win, you beat the ghost, and he's like, bravo, bravissimo. And he goes back in his office, and I had to go in there, and I went in there and captured him.
That's awesome.
He was just chilling, and
that's hardcore, man.
It's hardcore. I could have left him, but
that's cool.
It's such a fun game. I can't believe like it definitely flew under a lot of people's radars, but I know it was like reviewed well.
Yeah, I remember it was getting 9s or something.
Yeah. This can play without having any of the other games. That's the best thing about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are there any customization stuff? Like, can you change Luigi's outfit or anything?
Not that I've seen.
No.
I think maybe in like there is some like extra content. There's like multiplayer content, and I haven't looked into that, so I don't know if there's like some DLC where you can do that.
I believe that's like co-op-y stuff.
Yeah, there's co-op.
Like it's a co-op, but like the other person just plays Luigi.
I guess I haven't looked at any of the co-op, but I heard there's like there's like mini games you can play against other people. So
that's cool.
I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Like you could do like it'd be like in a room, like you have like a bunch of people play or something like that. So maybe we get that on some Luigi's Mansion 3.
Okay, maybe we do. Maybe I'd be your Guichi.
Yeah.
I can't get over that name. That's a ridiculous name. May I tell you about No Man's Sky?
No. All right. Sure. Thanks for coming, guys.
That was the Side Escape podcast. So we made the decision last Wednesday after the podcast. We always play a game after the podcast. And we made the decision to play No Man's Sky for the first time.
Hesitant to play.
Yeah. I mean,
we're just like, we'll play it.
We'll play it. We'll try it out. I played like 19 hours of No Man's Sky since then.
Oh, wow. That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah. I played because I was by myself all this weekend. I played a lot this weekend. Dude, No Man's Sky, I mean, I played a lot of it when it first came out, and I enjoyed it for, like, you fly to a planet, you check out a new animal, and then you fly away. Yeah, and then it got boring after, and I was like, okay, whatever, this was a fine-ish experience. They have added so much shit into this game. since that moment it came out in 2017 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's incredible. You'll fly and you'll just like discover like I found a pirate base. So like instead of the space station, it's like a pirate space station. And like I get bounties there and I can like go fuck up like star cruisers and like take their resources if I want and be like a space pirate. You like have full base building stuff now. So like you're building these little like bases on different worlds and you can teleport to all the different worlds. It's just really integrated in a very interesting way. And then adding kind of like the multiplayer aspect of it where we all like have this planet that we're all like building on this like new planet that we found. And like all of our bases are there, like our little group, and we have our ships and just kind of customizing everything, and we can choose to work together or not. It still is a lot of mining stuff on planets, and that's what the game is. But it's like Minecraft, and that's what it is. But it is just wildly fun, and all of the different like aspects now of finding stuff for your ship and how you like kind of build out your kit and your gear and inventory management. I'm really enjoying it. I'm like just kind of hooked, and I just put on like an 80s record and like just listen to it while I play No Man's Sky with no music on the game, and it's just awesome. It's been a fantastic experience.
It's way better than release. Like I feel like release there was no direction at all. It was just like, okay, I'll just go to planet, go to planet, shoot this, fine. This one, there is not as much direction, but there's still like enough to get you going and like explore and then do stuff.
Yeah,
like it's not like how it was before. Like we immediately right away we're like, what the fuck is this? Where do we have to go? We have to get this. We have to get this.
Yeah,
and we meet. Yeah, it was like I really like the start of it. The start of it is amazing. It's like you have to work together
and there's like a mission structure and how to that makes it a lot easier to follow what you're supposed to do.
And that didn't exist before.
No.
Right, yeah.
The quest
they really cleaned this game up, and they didn't have to. I think I talked about this. Like they could have just abandoned it, taken the money that they like initially made, and just left it. But they stuck with this project, and I feel like they're making way more money than they did initially. They sell the game for half off, like all the time.
And it's on Game Pass.
We're playing on Game Pass. Yeah.
And this game, I mean, they're still releasing updates. Like there's just a new thing that came out today. Like they released
Leviathan.
The Leviathan thing came out today. And it's like they're like, we still have a bunch more content planned for the rest of this year. It's playing it has like filled that Starfield itch for me of like just space traveling, flying around, and like finding unique things on a planet, leaving and selling them and getting money to buy a new ship. It's been really fun.
For me, No Man's Sky, it very much feels like a chill vibes, kind of a decompressed game. It's very like, very, I guess, low key might be.
Yeah.
But like my biggest turnoff when it first came out is that there wasn't multiplayer. They said there was multiplayer, sort of.
They hinted at it.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah. Does the multiplayer feel engaging, or is it just I can see my friends on this planet, or is it like we're doing stuff together? We can all cram onto the same spaceship together, stuff like that.
So we haven't gotten. There are freighters that you can buy, like a freighter, and all you can interact with your friends on your freighter and stuff, and you can fly that around from point to point.
That's really cool.
We haven't gotten there yet because we're not there in the game. But like the co-op, like people joining into your universe or being at your base, but you're also like able to interact with them and trade stuff, and they can build their base on the same planet, and the planet exists outside of the game. Like we were playing with our friend Gunnar, and Gunnar was like, when you turn off the game, like, does this planet go in? I was like, no, it still exists, which I think is crazily just like that. The planet where we are building our bases, it's not a server for us. It's not like on my game and James can't get to his base if I'm not playing. So there's that, and you can trade gear and stuff. I wouldn't say we haven't done like missions together, but I know you can. We just haven't.
I feel like we did checkpoints together. That was like we need to go here. We need to go to this planet to like get this resource or something like that. And so like that's a group thing, and you always keep track of everyone. So when you're talking about like, do you see each other? You see each other. You can interact with each other. However, there's one thing: some stuff doesn't appear at the same time, or like
this is weird.
In the same like kind of, it's like there's client side stuff that's not server side. Like maybe there'll be a ship that I see on my screen, but Jake won't see it. So that to me, I don't get how that works.
There's
but,
still some jank.
Because like Ted, like what will happen on planets is like a solar storm will happen, and like it gets really hot on the planet, and you can't see. But if James and I are on the same planet, sitting next to each other, it'll only happen in my game and not James's.
It's such a weird thing. It's a client side game, but a server side experience. Co-op. It just merges your games together, but you're playing like two almost separate games. Just
because like I've had the game crash on me twice, and if you don't get out of your ship, it doesn't save. So if you do a bunch of stuff without getting into your ship and then getting out of your ship, you're like screwed. So like you can like I lost like 10 minutes of progress today. And just stuff like that does suck. Like how it's integrated because of where the game was when it first came out.
It's a weird system, but it's not bad.
No,
it's not like
super fun.
It's like I see someone like jumping across the screen. Like I can still see them walk together. We walk together. We go somewhere. We do something, and it's the same thing. It's just the weather might be different. What you see might be different in terms of like ships. That's it. That's the only difference. You can still like we can like give you items. I can give you materials. I can help. We see each other fly.
Yeah, there is in the same way that Minecraft, you just can naturally work together because that still exists. It's not like it doesn't feel limited in like, oh, we can see each other, but we're really living in our own little world.
No. But like you are doing a lot of these stuff on your own. Like but no, you can still pretty much exist. Now the one thing is you have like a base that you can make and it's all functioning off this like item that's a base computer. And you can't have multiple...
A space base or a planet base?
On a planet, like a planetary base. And you can't have multiple player computers in the same area. So like your bases still have to be somewhat separated. Which
interesting.
Is kind of weird. Like James has like a circle now around like his base's perimeter where I can't build my computer.
Did I take the beach?
We're on a whole different planet now, James. You gotta get to us. we found a nice planet.
Do I gotta pick up my stuff and leave?
Exactly.
I'll say that was our goal, right? Like that planet was like,
Yeah, it was a meh planet. But that's what's like so cool about this game is the exploration factor of it, and like the fact that all these planets are procedurally generated. You never know like what climate you're gonna get, or like what random thing you will find.
Yeah,
and I just think
we're playing
really
on
cool.
normal. There's like 5 other modes that we were like looking at. We're like, what do we play? It's like, okay, let's just play normal. And I don't even know what there's definitely a hardcore mode. You know, like some like hardcore Minecraft.
Yeah,
that'd be tough, but not impossible. I feel.
Yeah, no, and it's just a game that is like it's so deep, and there are still systems like. I mean, 15, 16 hours in, like I'm learning about these systems still. Like I just moved ship parts next to each other and like they like lit up and highlighted and I'm like, oh my god, there's like synergy now with my ship parts and like I guess that's how like the inventory system works. And it's just like learning weird stuff like that. It's like I'm very intrigued by it constantly.
What do you think they did? Do you think they're gonna keep updating this game like as they have been for the past 5 years or so? Or are they gonna make a No Man's Sky 2? What do you think? What's their strategy?
I mean, who knows at this point? This company made a game and lied about it, and then they've really built up to where they are now.
Can you imagine they just keep working on it forever? It just becomes like this amazing, like kind of like
crazy space world. I mean, they've said they're going to keep updating it through this year. Like they've made that announcement earlier. I think Hello Games is stoked that Starfield got delayed.
Yeah,
because
probably.
They're the space game, and they just keep updating it.
And do you know when No Man's Sky came to Game Pass? Because it left Game Pass very recently, like at the beginning of March.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm wondering if they announced a delay and then stuck the space game back in there for a little while.
I don't know. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I didn't know. I know games leave. I didn't know it left.
Yeah, it definitely left. So to hear you guys talk about you were playing on Game Pass, I was like, oh,
yeah, it's back.
It's back after a month.
And it's heavily promoted on there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like one of the main things. It's really fun. I mean, Ted, if you want to come play this, you totally can. It's just such a fun, unique game. So, I'm gonna stick with it and keep playing it. And especially with nothing coming out right now, it's like the perfect.
Yeah, it is the driest time of the year, literally, and figuratively, especially for the gaming culture.
Yeah, in California,
it's. I haven't 2 years ago around this time, like there were so many games like that were coming out. And that was like COVID.
Yeah.
And now it's like 2 years later and we got nothing.
Well, we're feeling the repercussions of what COVID did to so many games in that cycle. Yeah. It's wild. I mean, really, like we talked about last week, Ted, what games are you looking forward to, like coming out?
Yeah.
It's kind of where we're at too.
Advanced Wars.
That's probably not coming out for a long time.
Yeah, it's not coming.
Besides Mario Strikers, obviously. Like
Mario, I really am looking forward to Mario Strikers. I'm super concerned that Nintendo's multiplayer systems, their online systems, will fail in a way that will ruin the concept.
Yep.
I don't know if that got recorded or not, but this whole guild system or clan system sounds super, super freaking cool. And to think that like Nintendo's multiplayer might, I mean, we talked about it with Switch Sports. Like, I'm very cautious about that game. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
I'm
They have
still,
yet to prove themselves, I guess, unless you count Splatoon.
apparently it runs really well.
Yeah.
It takes up like all their server space probably.
Um,
Splatoon 3 comes out this year, guys. Aren't you excited?
I did not know that.
I've never
Sure.
played Splatoon.
Not my
Yeah,
game.
I'd love to play a Splatoon. Why not?
All right, let's get really into Splatoon, Ted.
All right, I'm down.
All right, cool.
Other than that, games coming out this year.
Yeah, it's just so empty.
God of War. Come
Diablo
on.
Immortal, I guess.
That comes out soon.
That does come out soon, actually. Yeah,
Diablo
I don't know.
Immortal.
I'm also
The beta
kind
comes
of-
out soon.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sold on any of the usual holiday bangers this year, because usually we get stacked at the end.
You're not stoked about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
I mean,
I am.
I am stoked about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Unfortunately, that game came out 12 years ago.
Yeah,
What about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered?
that also came out like 5 years ago.
Yeah. Evan didn't have multiplayer.
Isn't that
Right, yeah.
It's just wild to me that the game is just called that. They just took another name.
Yeah, you should probably announce what you're talking about.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, the new Call of Duty modern game is called Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And it just
October.
it
You know,
comes
it's
in
coming
October.
out October 28th.
Oh wow, right before my wedding. Whoa.
Yeah, why don't I bring it over? We play.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone will be thrilled that we're playing Warzone.
You think they're gonna have split screen?
Yeah. That's a good point.
I thought they were taking a year off.
I thought they were too. And
No.
they're not.
They're not taking a year off until the acquisition takes place.
That's what
Once
it
it
is.
takes place, Microsoft will be like, okay, we're not going to do yearly Call of Duty. That's what they said.
So as long as Bobby Kotick still has a whip, he's
As long
gonna
as-
crack it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get ready for the next game is Call of Duty World at War. It's gonna be great.
But I'm so
Hey,
happy. Once
hey.
they do get the decision, we get Modern Warfare 2 for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You'll eventually get
positive
Godzilla in
spin.
your Warzone.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for that.
I didn't know that was a thing, and it was like all over Reddit one day, and I was like, oh my, like
Yeah.
legitimately Call of Duty has King Kong and Godzilla.
And shooting at it with some
Does that
1970s
imply
Vietnam
there's a
weapon.
giant reptilian monster stomping around the map that you kind of have to avoid?
I think it's
I think
something like
the
that.
goal is to fight it.
I think you like fight Godzilla.
I think you
All right.
fight it. I don't know. I didn't.
I didn't dig that deep into it. It did not
The
look good.
events
Yeah,
that were
sure.
in Modern Warfare Warzone, which we played heavily.
Yeah,
I feel like we didn't play too much except for the
the Die Hard thing.
Die Hard tower, which is great.
Yeah,
And then they got rid of it, and then it was just like they kept the tower, but like the event was gone, so it
Yeah.
was like no point.
the
And then we just
Nakatomi Plaza.
we played Rebirth Resurgence.
Oh god, what a time!
That's great.
What a
One of
time
the
that
one of the
was.
best modes ever.
We won a lot of those.
Amazing.
James, so you said you're like excited for this Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think I want to pick this one up.
So why? What is this doing differently?
I liked what Modern Warfare did,
Okay.
and if they're going back to what recent Modern Warfare,
Yeah. Because
Then
they made
I'm-
2 Modern Warfares as well.
yes, yeah, the recent Modern Warfare after Blackout, right? Or I can't, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
You know, I think it brought a lot of people back to Call of Duty, be like, whoa, shit, back to Modern Warfare.
I
Sweet.
believe Modern Warfare came out after Call of Duty World War II.
Oh right, I keep forgetting about those jank ones.
I'll
Yes.
I'll take a look.
I only play every other one, so you can tell whether I want Treyarch or
Yeah.
But
Sledgehammer.
yeah, so like I'm not playing Vanguard. It's awful. Modern Warfare 2. And I feel like that's gonna be the same with a lot of people because currently the Call of Duty environment in terms of like pro scene and streamers and all that, it's dead. It's active, but it's not where it was with Modern Warfare.
Warzone still has plenty of followers.
Nowhere near what it used to have.
Well,
A
no,
lot
but-
of the top creators like went to Apex, went to like better, kind of. So getting people back to it in Modern Warfare 2 has kind of like a dual kind of thing, getting Warzone back to what it was
Yeah.
while also making a good, Modern Warfare 2 game. Maybe it has
Yeah.
a good campaign. Maybe
Because it's a whole new Warzone. Like they're moving from this client that they're on to a new one.
You think all
So
the things I purchases will come over?
No,
no,
not
no,
at
Ted,
all.
you don't deserve.
What do you
anything
mean? I
purchased.
purchased those. Those were
Yeah,
my.
but that was in the
NF
old game.
Those were my. Yeah, but
But
those
did you
are
mint
they
those
transfer
NFTs?
from game to game. Yeah, what do you mean? I thought all my items came with me. That's why I
No,
purchased
no.
them early.
No, but Ted,
Is that not the case?
We have this beautiful package where you can rebuy all of your old stuff onto the new game for the exact same amount of money that you bought it for back then.
Right.
What do you think of that?
I'm in.
All right.
Yep.
Obviously.
All right. Welcome to Call of Duty.
And you know what? It's gonna sell amazing. It's gonna be the #1 selling game of the year because it's Call of Duty.
It may not be Elden Ring.
Yeah. Fuck that. Elden Ring.
No way. It's out.
Dude, Elden Ring has sold more than Vanguard did all. It's already sold more than Vanguard.
Vanguard is nowhere near what
Vanguard sold a shit ton still though.
It did sell like really well because it's Call of Duty, but it definitely didn't. It did not sell. What it could sell.
James, I'll bet you a 6-pack of beer that by the end of the year, Elden Ring is the best selling, is better selling.
It's had way more time. We have to give it the same time frame.
No.
It's bullshit because Elden Ring's had the whole year. It's gonna come out in October. It's gonna have like 2 months.
But people don't buy Call of Duty in February.
They do.
No matter what.
They buy it. They buy around Christmas.
It doesn't go on sale.
But that's when people buy consoles for their kids. They buy their Call of Duty and they buy their console.
I'm just want to throw this out there because we've been kind of talking about it. I think it's very telling that when Advanced Wars, a cartoony war game, gets indefinitely delayed because of a real modern conflict, and then Activision, still under Activision, just goes, let's just put you right there. We're just going to stick a GoPro on an actual Ukrainian, and that's the campaign.
That's what I want right now. I want it to be like Ukraine versus Russia right now.
I don't know. If there was ever a time maybe to not do Modern Warfare,
might be the time now.
That was the time.
It might be now.
This is the opportune moment. Cash in on that Ukraine versus Russia.
Maybe I'm either behind the curve or ahead of the curve, but I just kind of feel like this is in bad taste.
I don't
Jake,
know.
listen to this. We'll take the first 4 weeks sales of Elden Ring versus the first 4 weeks sales of Modern Warfare 2.
No way.
No deal.
I'll give you
Call of
the
Duty's
first.
been around for 20 years.
I'll give you the first 8 weeks of sales for Elden Ring to the first 4 weeks of sales for Call of Duty.
8 weeks. I'd go more than that.
8 weeks of Elden Ring.
I think you're still gonna win, but I'll give you that.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, 8 weeks to 4 weeks. Ted, you heard it. 6-pack of beer.
6-pack.
All right.
Any 6-pack.
No, give me a good 6-pack if I win. I was gonna get you a nice 6-pack of beer project.
If Jake wins, James has to buy him a really high quality pack of beer, but he doesn't explain any of it to you. You have to figure it out for yourself.
I'll give you a custom 6-pack.
If James wins, you have to get him Busch Light.
Yeah. Something American.
Natty Light, please.
Yeah. Some natural light. Ted, you have any final things? You have a news story you want to talk about before we wrap up? You said you had
Not really. My news story was Bethesda delaying itself,
okay.
or Microsoft, I guess. Which I was just been thinking about Bethesda recently.
Yeah, the Skyrim on the brain. It makes sense.
Yeah.
James, do you have any final things you want to go through?
I got an exciting thing coming next week, so hopefully it comes in time. That's my spoiler.
Little tease.
Little tease.
I'm very excited for when you get the little thing you're talking about.
Yeah, the very little thing. Yep.
I'm fascinated by this thing.
Yeah.
It sounds great. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, can't wait to talk about it.
But we won't talk about it now because we'll talk about it next week. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of the Sidescape Gaming Podcast, episode 97. We'll be back next week with episode 98, where hopefully James is talking about a super special little thing. See you guys. Thank you.